Okay, so on the bench you're seeing it. I have my full M2C Xmaxx Beast versus my full M2C Sledge, Traxxas Sledge. Look at that beast. Yeah, both of these trucks are amazing. So I've got my Optimus Prime unbreakable body on here. Still running the 1250 kV Spectrum motor in this beast. It's not as fast as a 1100 kV or doesn't have the torque, but still a lot of fun and keeps the truck lighter. Obviously, I have my 8mm bash bar M2C on here. It makes this truck a tank. I've got the M2C motor mount. Love that motor mount. Got the M2C hub extenders with the M2C lock nuts on there. Awesome stuff. I've got some RCAA caster blocks and front hubs. And on the Traxxas Sledge, we've got this thing M2C'd out. We've got the M2C motor mount, M2C Beast chassis on here, and the M2C extended wheel nuts and hubs. And still running the stock motor, 22 gearing, super high gearing. This thing does get really hot on 6S, but it is a beast machine. Now M2C has sent me the reverse motor mount. As you can see, they made a second slot in the chassis there. Brilliant thinking over there at M2C to put a bigger can going this way, and I'm going to do that in the future, so stay tuned for that. epic beatdown on both trucks, I must say so. Let me give you all an update on breakages and, yeah, which truck I think won. Let's start with the X-Maxx first here. Alright, this M2C Xmaxx is a tank. It's a beast. I didn't have any breakages on this truck. None whatsoever. This thing is a tank. Takes it all day long. I might put a little more gearing on it. Maybe throw in 1100 kV to get more flipping action out of it. But I did manage to land a double bump flip. And if you don't know what that is, go rewatch it. It's when you hit like a ramp with the slant on it and you do a double front flip. It's very difficult to do because you do it very fast. And it's actually even more difficult to land with an X-Maxx because of the monster truck style. But I'm so stoked that I landed that. And this truck took it, y'all. Took everything I threw at it. Man, I love the X-Maxx. Okay, on to the Sledge. This Sledge, full M2C, is one of the toughest 8-scale trucks I have ever seen. I've never seen a truck take hits like this. My motor is getting super hot, so it goes into overheat mode, and I had that terrible nose bomb off the death ramp. That would have killed any RC car, but no, this thing continued and it kept on. And also, I went for a huge bump flip and just hammered the front end on this arm here. And I don't know how, but the only damage was a screw popped out. And it looks like my dog bone pin is coming out, which is interesting. But this thing took harder hits than anything I've ever seen. And it also has a bent shock tower, but that's just from all the abuse. And I was curious because of that nose bomb. I was curious to see if the M2C chassis was straight or not. And I put a straight edge on it. So let's put a straight edge on it and see. Yeah, that looks pretty straight. But you can see I've got a little wobble there. And that might just be the angle of the chassis. I don't know. I mean, technically, it's not perfectly straight. You can see here, look at that. I've got some play. It's not a big deal. But I think the chassis definitely is slightly bent. It does not affect the driving capabilities of the truck at all. I didn't even know that it was slightly bent, but it took one hell of a beat down. My bulkhead looks fine. Rear bulkheads look good. These bigger tires are eating into these links. That's not a huge deal for me. You know, just replace a link after time. I do like these Fire Team tires and wheels. Now, I need to play with the suspension on this thing. The stock oils in this just are terrible for landings. I landed so many front flip to back flip combos, huge jumps, and this thing always just bounces right on its back. It just wants to flip over. It's very difficult to drive away. So that's something I'm going to have to work on. I do love this platform. I absolutely love this thing. It's a tank. It's a beast. One of the best 8-scale platforms you can buy right now, in my opinion. It's bulletproof. Once you get the M2C motor mount, M2C chassis and everything. But it still needs perfecting. I think that I need to play around with the suspension, and I need to play around with different motor and different gearing, because that motor is just screaming hot, y'all. And, you know, you can't drive it for more than 5-6 minutes and the thing's overheated. So please let me know in the comments down below which truck you think won. I'm going to give it to the X-Maxx this round just because I nailed the double bump flip with it. And, you know, the X-Maxx is just, like, unbeatable, in my opinion. Thanks so much. Peace out.